Hello and welcome to another Dr. Trotter tournament recap. We are recapping a tournament that I've done in the Vortex Cup, obviously the Silph format. So thanks to Buck, who has basically made this amazing server called Flash Tournaments for everyone. And they just run heaps of, like they say, Flash tournaments. So there's always tournaments going. So this is one of those ones, and this is a ranked Vortex Cup tournament. So our first opponent here is actually Can't Stop Keister. As you can see him third from the bottom there, who's running Frostlass, Mantine, Ninetales, Cradily, Poliwrath, and Quagsire. So Cradily and Quagsire are probably the hardest ones to manage and deal with. Be a little bit tricky at times, depending on what you're running, especially that Quagsire if you're looking at my team. Hypno and Primeape, I guess, are the only real things I have to deal with it. So, we're recording this in Streamlabs, so why don't we get into this first match against Can't Stop Keister, and you can see we have here my Hypno in his Quagsire. So this is actually probably the best thing for me in this setting, getting this Quag, so nothing he throws is going to one-shot us, so we know we don't need to shield the first move at all. He's going to throw an Ice Punch, and unfortunately for us they don't shield as well, so we're going to have to shield this one up and farm it down, but we have a fairly good amount of energy here on our Shadow Hypno. So out comes Frostlass, and Frostlass Fire Punch from Shadow Hypno. It's going to take close, just over half HP. So it doesn't shield the first one, going to be forced to shield this next one. Then they can farm us down, but all of that energy is essentially going to be useless because we have Probopass here, and he can just soak that up. So assuming they're going to throw it and then dip. Yep, Shadow Ball and then dip straight to the Cradily. We're a little bit slow in our switch out here, but we are in a nice spot. So you can see there on my moveset, I actually have Cross Chop and Night Slash. I don't like revealing, if I don't have to, that Cross Chop. So we have just gone to the double Night Slash because it's going to do enough, even with or without a shield here. Take it out, in comes Frostlass, and we just counted down double KO, but Probopass was in the back with the shield, so no worries there. And skipping ahead to match number 2, and here we go, Primeape versus Poliwrath. So this is ordinarily not a good matchup for our Primeape, but I was banking on the fact that if we throw straight away, there we go. Now they know they either need to throw and get back, so they think we're going to shield, and it is a bait on that Ice Punch, and now they've got to be up to that Dynamic Punch. Those mud shots get there so fast with that energy. So we shield this DP up and we farm down, and we've actually got a lot of energy here on our Primeape as well. So again, we're in a very similar situation here where this Frostlass is going to get a lot of energy, burning all of its shields, but it doesn't matter because we've got the Probo in the back, and a little bit of a late swap there from us probably cost us an extra, so 3 mud shots. So we eat the Earthquake, we're keeping all of our shields there, we're going to throw this Ice Punch. Now they have to throw a second move to take us out, and we can just keep that shield there for the Probopass, right? We don't need to, so we'll let that go, bring in the Probopass, farm down, so we don't even need to use the shield there. We could not shield this and be perfectly fine, but if you've got the win, take the win. That's sort of my MO. And we take out round number 2 with a Rock Slide. So really focused on energy management there, and just balancing that out. And we'll skip into the third final match, and we get a bad lead. So we are straight out into our Primeape, and they bring in our Ninetales. So potentially we can get this switch advantage back in our favor, and we just need to line up that Hypno with that Poliwrath, and we should be sitting quite pretty. However, as I'm doing this, I think in my head, I'm like, but if they've got Quagsire instead of Frostlass, we lose. we lose. If they've got Cradily even, it's not a pretty spot for us to be in. So here comes the Primeape, takes it out. We both went to the 2 shield, and out comes this Poliwrath to get, and interestingly they throw. I was really worried they might go for quite a heavy sort of farm down, get some extra energy, and there's the Hypno, and just like we thought, in comes the Quagsire. So we really need to take out this Quagsire as quickly as possible without eating an extra move, and we tried to catch and it kind of works in our favour. I was kind of surprised at this move that they threw the Earthquake here. And oh, they had so much energy. So we're going to take a Stone Edge and then farm down. And we need to land 2 Ice Punches here. Oh, and they just get to this Ice Punch, which is going to be enough to take us out. So GG's, well played. That is a 2-1 victory. And we will be moving into round 2 here now against our next opponent, 678 Ghost. So we can see we get an absolute killer matchup here. Probopass into Ninetales is, especially with Rock Throw. Now, Rock Throw has been really quite key in just sort of that fast move tap damage, I guess you could say. So we're happy to let this go and see if they're going to have to shield, and if they do, then we can shield and just farm them down. So they choose to let it go and get 2 counters off to take us out, and then we have our Shadow Hypno. And I really think in this matchup that even though the Sims say Shadow Hypno is better, with a little bit of energy, that extra bulk on the normal Hypno, I actually prefer. So that's a consideration I've been thinking about. And in comes Mandibuzz as the last Pokemon. So we just deleted, and we go straight into our Spooder here. And to eat this first foul play because it's not going to take us out, and then they're going to be forced to need to shield everything here. So even the lunge with the bolt switches will take it out at the moment. So the lunge is really useful just to reduce the amount of damage that this Mandibuzz can actually do to us. And I thought about just going for the farm down there, and I was like, oh, I'm denied. I'm like, no, look, just throw the lunge, secure the victory. Because he has to throw energy to take you out, and then it's easy 1 or 2 confusions down from here. You just don't want them to be able to get a charge move off. So we take out round number 1 against, actually his in-game name's different from the battle name, so it's 666 Ghost. And I'm sorry we're doing it this way, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So not the greatest matchup in the world here. Ninetales against the Mandibuzz on our opponent's team. We are not going to shield the first foul play. It's good to sometimes see, if you haven't taken damage before, how much it actually does. And out comes the Overheat now. And it does a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage to Mandibuzz. And we've got plenty of extra energy here. So, and they swapped. They swapped on us into, I think it's their own Ninetales. So, shields are even. Probopass coming out here. I'm guessing that they don't have Overheat on this Ninetales. Otherwise, they would definitely be in the driver's seat to throw that there. So without that Overheat, we're calling it now, we're guessing. We're fine just to farm this down, have heaps of energy. Primeape comes out, this is going to absolutely delete us, but this Thunderbolt will do a good chunk, and we get a shield. So we are now up a shield. Mandibuzz comes out. This is going to do a lot of damage. We don't want to take any of these foul plays from Mandibuzz, so we're going into Ninetales, and we're thinking about just going for the farm down, to be honest. We probably should have thrown the Weather Ball. But this way now they get no farm on their Primeape. So their Primeape doesn't get the energy that it needs. And we are going to just need to hit 2 Ice Punches plus the Confusions, and that's going to be good night, Irene. Now we can actually just survive here a Night Slash, so we'll take the first one and Confusion down. And we'll shield up the second one. That Confusion went through. That is game number 2 wrapped up. Skipping ahead to game number 3, and we nail it. And we have got a Wing Attack Mantine against the Ninetales. They dip out, we dip out. Wing Attack Mantine is really not a problem for Probopass. You can see how little those the Bubble Beam actually does to a Probopass. So he's in the driver's seat. We're happy to get, debuffs are annoying, but we can take them and still win this matchup. Probopass has done his job in winning this match. So we're predicting we'll come out with the Primeape. We don't get to a Rock Slide, so this Primeape has a ton of energy, which is perfectly fine because we've got Wing Attack on our Mantine. So Wing Attack takes out Primeape. So Mantine's really strong against both of these Pokemon now. We're debuffing the crap out of it. We're not going to bother shielding this. We were slightly worried about a Solar Beam, but it was just the Psyshock. So now we know the moveset was Psyshock and Weather Ball. something we're pretty comfortable in predicting here. So not going to take us out. We're keeping our shields. We know that primeape does actually have a hell of a lot of energy on it. So we're keeping all of our shields there. And out comes the primeape. And now we are able to essentially turn our shadow hypno into a normal hypno by that debuff. We still won't survive a Night Slash though. So we're just going to shield both of them up. Oh, hey, just let it go. And Ninetales gets Confusion down 2 for the win. Right, so now we're moving on to match number 3. Excuse me here. There we go. So now this is for the win. So we're up against I'm Aussie. Oh, okay. Slight technical issues there. Don't put your phone down. So Ice Beam obviously going to be very good. Mandibuzz isn't going to do a whole bunch of damage. Mantine's quite tanky, and this is only at single speed, so up we go to double speed, and we eat it. Now it's got Dark Pulse, so not running the foul play, running Dark Pulse does a lot. And wow, look how much damage that Ice Beam really does there. And the second Dark Pulse doesn't take us out, and then they switch into Cradily, giving us a really good opportunity now to farm up and to do a lot of damage. Now we're going to play this the same as we did last time. We don't need to show our cross chop to win, so we're just going to hide it and get the shield. We're going to have to shield up the next one, and then we will Night Slash again, and they can double shield and take this matchup, but it puts them down 2 shields to none. And oh no, sorry, 1. We already used 1 earlier. So a really nice spot to be in. Mantine comes back out, Bubble Beam, and it doesn't quite take out that Cradily, but that is 1 Confusion worth of energy on our Hypno now. So health is low, we do need to be careful, and out comes Quag. Quag, as we saw in our earlier match against Can't Stop Kaister, is a bit of a pain for us. So we farm up. We're almost at the second Ice Punch now, so we're sitting quite nice, and we're fairly confident. Oh, and our opponent switches. If they had have stayed in, they really could have forced us to use the energy. But now we can just shield and farm down and get up to a second Ice Punch, which is going to be ready to take out this Quagsire. Unfortunately for I Am Aussie, a bit of a risky play they're trying to catch. I don't know, a punch? I mean, Ice Punch was the best punch, so anyway, we'll move into match number 2. And we get something that's reasonably good for us, and we catch the move on our Mantine. So we're really hoping this is that Aerial Ace, and it is. So our Primeape is now absolutely loaded with energy. He's ready to unleash on anything else that comes out. Doesn't matter what it is. And we're going to try and put him in a good shield position. So Primeape's the key for winning the rest of this matchup now, and we get the shield. Now we're considering, do we shield or not? We do shield here. Because we want it to be at a 0 to 1 shield deficit, or we're going to take out this match by double shielding and farming down. So there we go. Now that's looking at that health and that Cradily, that's just more energy for our Primeape at this point. So we're almost at the second cross chop, and they switch. So now their Quagsire is actually locked in against our Hypno, so our Hypno does not have to face that Mandibuzz in the back. This is absolutely ideal situation for us to be in here. And they shield that one up, which is perfect, so we can let this go. We've got a Night Slash plus a little bit of farm here on our Primeape. Now, we're at the point where we look at this farm down, it's great. We wish we had close combat now. Close combat would have really helped. And they threw to try and take out, they thought we were going to throw energy straight away. So we need 3 cross chops plus a couple of counters to take it out, and you can see how close we are there to having what we need to take out this third. Oh no, so this is the third round, the second match of the third round here. So we shield the Aerial Ace, we don't want to take that, and a cross chop comes out to finish this off to give us the victory. So we play out the third round here, and we get the same matchup now. Now they know we have cross chop, so we're happy just to stay in and cross chop the heck out of this, and we get a shield first up, which is very interesting. So we're going to eat the first Aerial Ace and really put the pressure on them to not shield any further attacks up. However, man, Mandibuzz is just a bit quicker than I expected to get to those movesets. And they throw out the Quagsire here with an energy loaded up on our, excuse me, Primeape. So, I mean, they're now down, they've got no shields left. We've got options here, options galore. Galvantula's probably just a stronger play in the back against that Mandibuzz, so we let that go. And we're hoping now we need to be able to farm down here. And they switch into Cradily. And I was not really expecting Cradily in the back. I thought they might have changed it up a little bit, but there's the Cradily, and that Ice Punch does so much damage. So we're going to let this one go, and now we have to get to the lunge here before they can get to that Stone Edge. And I'm guessing that was a CMP tie there. Takes it out, and now we just need to land a Discharge here, and we've over-tapped. But we actually, no, sorry, we needed extra energy because we need to be up to 2 moves to take out the the Quagsire in the back. So we get up to the second lunge them both, take it out, and finish this tournament off. Alright, so yeah, obviously that was a fairly fast tournament, only a 3-round tournament, was ranked, so we did sweep it 3-0. A massive thanks again to Buck for setting that one up. It was heaps of fun. You can see my team in the gifs around the edge. Really, the key I think for me was making sure that Probopass didn't get destroyed by a Primeape, and if it didn't, we were able to pretty much win a whole bunch of those matches. So, thanks everyone, I really hope you really enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time we battle. Good night.